Hello, welcome to DCS. My name is Isaac, the founder of DCS, um, and I'll be taking you through these responses to explain certain things, how they are on grounds, and you know some of your suggestions that also come on board. Also look at them, and I also look at the challenges that we are all facing to see how best we can address and also explain things that that needs to be understood so that it will make the work very easy for all of us. Okay. So first, we want to thank you for taking your time to respond to this feedback form. In fact, we have a very huge number on the side and also on the WhatsApp page, but 44 were able to devote their time to respond, to this Google form. Okay, so we are really grateful and we want to thank you and appreciate you for that. That we encourage the others that whenever you see something like this, it is for the betterment of all of us. It is something that we want to rely on your informations and feedbacks, to be able to improve the systems that we're all using. And when we get your feedback and we are able to work on the challenges, everybody is at peace and everybody is satisfied. And at the end of the day, the the customer that we're all trying to impress will also be satisfied, right? Yeah, thank you very much. So we're really grateful for the 44 respondents that responded to this Google form. Okay, so I will just start with services and activity. I've left some informations out there, which basically your details, that is your phone number, is your email. So I wouldn't want to share those informations on this channel. So the first question says that how long have you been an agent on the DCS portal, your website? And we had a very good number, 70.5% responding that they've been with us for more than a year now. And also, we had 18.2% responding that they have also been with us for like 3 to 6 months now. 9%, 9.1% for 1 to 3 months, and less than 1 month, just a small portion. Okay, that's like 2.3%. Okay, 2.3%. Yeah. So that is a very good feedback. Okay, so how often do you transact or sell data? Now we also have 70, almost the same, 70.5% selling daily, which is a good review. And then we have 27.3% few times a week. Then we have once a week. In fact, we've not had any person who said they have stopped selling, but once a week, most of the times are the customers, people who sign up as agents, however, they are just customers. So we understand. And there are those who only comes to buy when they need, you know, data for themselves. So we understand. Now we appreciate your presence as well. Um, our suggestion is so we said if you sell less often or stop sales, what is the main reason? So we are trying to get information from those who say a few times a week and once a week. What is actually the reason? So 75.6% says that delivery issues. Okay, delivery issues is the main reasons why most people have, slow sales or probably has stopped selling. In fact, that one that we understand that that is the major challenge in the data business. That is the major challenge we all have. Okay, it is not only this year, but across the whole country, especially the yellow network. That is where we have the biggest challenge when it comes to delivery. Every now and then we have network issues. I will elaborate on it later on as we go on. Okay. So and then we have 12.2% saying that low profit or commissions. Okay, so that's like 5 persons who have responded to this saying that low profit or commission. Okay, so we'll look at the the new platform, how we're going to structure the commissions and all that to boost sales and also, you know, um, promote your business as well. And then also to encourage you, right? So we'll do something about it on that. But I think the low profit and low commission sometimes might have to do depend on who exactly you are. I mean the role you play on the website. So if you are just a customer, definitely your prices are customer prices. So if you want to resell your prices, it's high difficult for you to resell because the prices are already high, which is meant for customers. And because you have registered as a customer, that is why you are having those prices. So you wouldn't expect much profit on that because you are not really doing business. You are only helping yourself on the side. Okay. So, but if you have a genuine concern, we'll look at the individual responses as well. This is a general overview, and this is a summary of all the 44 responses that we are boxing together to be able to, take you through what is necessary at certain point in time. Okay, at certain point in time. So, like I said, if you're a customer, it means that you definitely have high prices. So we'll look at it. We'll look at it. Okay. So whatever it is, then we'll see how best we can assist. Okay. Yeah. So okay. Here it is. Which DCS services do you sell most? Which DCS services do you sell most? And then we have 88.6% indicating that MTN. And let's see, we have 4.5%, and here is 4.05%. Wow. So Alpha and Telus are almost the same. Now, let me elaborate something here. Okay, so if Alpha and Telus is the same thing, it means that there's something that we're not doing as an agent or a partner. There's something we are missing out. Okay, you understand why MTN should take the whole, the whole of this space, and Telus is only taking the whole of this small space. Okay. Now, with Telecel, earlier on, you know, mentioned that I think some updates on the page indicated that um, let's recommend Telecel to our customers so that whenever we have issues, we just saw what happened a few days ago, right? Yeah, we all saw what happened. Take a full day, we couldn't serve any customer on MTN. Well, Telecel was available, Tigo was available, but customers were not even having those numbers to order data. So let's try to recommend to them that, in fact, you know, the most of your customers that comes to buy are students. Some of them are the content creators. Some of them are online. You know, those are doing businesses online. Some are even buying the data for exams online and all that. Okay, so they must get an option. Now, if you don't have MTN for the person that day, what is the next option? Do you just let the customer go like that? Now, let me tell you one thing. If you let the customer go, and whatever reason or way he finds to be able to get some data and sort himself out that day, if that way that he has been able to discover helps him at the end of the day, it means that you're likely to lose that customer because if that discovery he had helped him in a way that far better than yours, or even if it's not better than yours, but kind of flexible, people really don't worry about money because they just want to have a stable network to do what they want to do. So if they get another chance, another opportunity where they're able to get access to some data to be able to, you know, do what they want to do without your services, it means that they will do the thing. At the end of the day, they will not come back to you again because they have discovered a new way of what getting data to do what they want to do. So you have lost the customer like that. But once you recommend a different network to the customer, he will look at it. So okay, some already have these networks I'm talking about. I mean, they are SIM cards. So once you recommend that, we do not only serve MTN, we also serve Telecel and Airtel to go. The person will try to see which of them at his area will be best, apart from MTN that you currently have network issues. So you recommend to them. Then the person will say, okay, then do the Telecel for me. Let me try that one. Then you do, and then bah, it has taken. And the person start using it and see that the Telecel 2 is good at his end. It means that whenever you have challenges with MTN, he will opt for Telecel. whenever there is a challenge on Telecel, he will also opt for MTN, same as Airtel, right? So let's try to recommend the services we have to our customers so that we don't have to depend on only one, so that when that is down, when the network is down, then your customers are, struggling and even trying to find different means of sorting themselves out. At the end of the day, you lose a customer, right? Okay, so let's proceed. What services would you like to see on our new website? On our new website. So on the new website, we okay, so we have seen people suggesting saying that fast delivery. Okay, in fact, the fast delivery, we are trying our best to see how best we can work on that. But for the challenges that comes with, the yellow portal, some of them are usually beyond our control. Okay, so I have to just indicate this as well. Now let me clarify or edify this, that the system, you know, sometimes loneliness, downtimes, and all that. It is not on, solely on DCS. So if you know anybody who is also doing the data business and all that, you realize that whenever there's a system down, it's a general problem. Okay, a general problem, and we at DCS really doesn't have much to do, because this is a network. This is a network that we are partnering with. Okay, so we are not really those handling this MTN network or Telecel or whatever network that we are dealing with. They are companies that they have people in charge of their system. So if there's a system failure, we also rely on them. Okay, if there's a system failure, we also rely on them. If you have a problem with the site where you are unable to log in and then you are unable to place an order and all that, then we know that this problem also has to do with our developer or has to do with our site. But if it comes to processing is ongoing, but the delivery is slow, or even we tell you that the server is down, you should know that the problem is a general issue. So do not let somebody deceive you that when we say systems are down, you let somebody deceive you on his or her platform that, oh, delivery is ongoing at my end, delivery is ongoing, fast delivery and whatever. The person just trying to deceive you to bring your orders so that, or keep them awaiting the network activation or awaiting when the network comes back. Okay, so at the end of the day, such people, when they even see that it is taking longer, they can intentionally complete the order status on their website, you know, just for you to believe that the orders have been processed. But at the end of the day, you have a lot of not received complaints coming from your customers. Okay, then you have these challenges between yourself and the site operator or customer care or the admin, right? So let's try to see the services that people say they would like to see on our new site. Before I forget, we earlier on mentioned that as in part of the form, I stated that we'll be designing a new website. Okay, and we have already started. So the new website is going to have many features. It's going to have many features that will help. Okay, so these are the services people are recommending. So someone said anything good can be added. Ability to reverse some transactions. So with this one, when we started some years back, we had a site. It's a very simple site that we're using, and some agents were abusing the future. Okay, the future for you being able to, cancel an order once you place it. People were abusing it because once they place an order and within 5 minutes the order is still on pending, they will just go and cancel it. So we're having a lot of refund issues and all that. Somebody will cancel and come and tell me that I've canceled an order, my account has not been credited. And then you have to leave what you're doing and go and trace that issue, which is not even supposed to be an issue, which is not supposed to be a complaint, right? So it was taking a whole lot of time from customer care that you are not even getting the time to do what you're supposed to do, to process the orders. You get it. So when the complaints are many, it means that it limits the time taken to process orders and delivery will also get slow. You get the point. So people canceling orders themselves. Some people were actually abusing it. That is why we didn't consider adding such feature. Now let me alert you what you can do. Okay, when it comes to order cancellation, if your issue is genuine, okay, if I say genuine, like example, you've placed a wrong order. Let's say you were supposed to do the offer is 2 GB and you went and did 5 GB. In that case, at the end of the day, you are losing because customer receive 5 GB, but he probably paid for 2 GB. So at the end of the day, you are losing like that. Okay. So for those ones, quickly call customer care. This one you just call on WhatsApp. This is the only major issue that we say that always call if the need be. Okay. Always call. If this is your problem, call straight. Just give a call. Or once you even give a flash, you know that this is an urgent matter. So whatever customer care is doing, he will stop and come and attend to your case. If the order should be cancelled, then he will cancel the order for you. Then you replace the order. All right. So for that, it's an urgent issue. Huh. But somebody will have a complaint, probably not receive, and then the person has not even done what is supposed to be done. Fill a complaint form. You have not done that, and then already you are calling. You see. So even if the person answered the call, what exactly are you going to tell the person that my order has not been received? What information have you provided for your order to be or for your issue to be resolved? You have not provided any information. And so imagine everybody just chat and say, "Oh, my order has not been received." Which order exactly are you talking about? How do we know? You get a point. Yeah. Let's proceed so that we don't spend my time on one thing. Okay. So another person said file delivery. Someone said Momo agent. With a Momo agent, I don't understand what you are talking about. I mean, what you mean by Momo agent, but you can DM us personally, maybe through admin or the customer care, and then let us know what exactly you are referring to and how best that will also help the business and everyone on the site. Then airtime, for the airtime, we'll look at it and see if it is something we can consider. Okay, because it should be something beneficial to everyone on the site. So we'll look at it and see if it's something we can consider. Then store link. For the store link, the new site is going to come with a console. It's going to have personal links for people who are serious. I mean, the agents who are having more customers and you are very active on site. You are going to have personal links or store links so that when you are not available, your customers can just use your link to place orders while you are away. So we have the e-commerce. For the e-commerce, yes. For the e-commerce, we are going to include the e-commerce platform on the site, okay, on the new site. So we are going to have the e-commerce. People will also benefit from that, right? Then someone said MTN. I think we already have this, so we'll definitely repeat them on the site. Active delivery without delays, and sometimes it will be completed but not received. So completed but not received, these issues, there are so many reasons that can result to this completed but not received. Sometimes wrong number, okay, sometimes wrong network. Somebody go and place MTN on HTGO portal. Somebody will go and place MTN on Telecel portal and say my order has not been received. When you do the checkouts, then you realize that the order was placed on the wrong network. You do the checkups again another time, you see that the number is a wrong number. And we also have the genuine consent. For the genuine consent, when we look at it and realize that it's a system failure, then we reprocess the order for the customer. And it's simple as that. There's no point in we keeping your issue or keeping your order that has been completed and not to receive and for your customer to stress it. No, that should not be done. Okay. So once your case is genuine, we assess and we realize that yes, the order is actually true, that it has been placed, the number is correct, everything is fine. There's a system failure somewhere, then we'll update you. If the number is also validated, because sometimes we can have some orders validating, we can have a whole file completing and some still validating. So you will see that status will mark completed, but some will still be validating in the system. So in that case, once you report that it is not received, if we check the number is or the order is still validating, what we can only do is to tell you to exercise patience. Okay, so the system delivers it because at that point we can cancel the order and we cannot reprocess because if we reprocess, it means at the end of the day, the customer will receive double. Okay, yeah. So then someone says stock reversal to cash. the stock reversal, I don't know what the person is trying to refer to. If you say stock reversal, do you mean reversing money from your wallet on the side back to Momo, or kindly reach out to customer care or admin and then explain this point? Let's see how best it can help. Then batting to fast track delivery. So for the fast track delivery, we all agreed and that there are times the network is very good and delivery is very fast, almost instant. Okay, almost instant. But there are times where delivery can delay for like an hour or more. But when you have delivery delay for a whole day, then you should know that the system's down. Okay, many systems are down. And usually, with those situations, we communicate on the platform. Now, another thing we have realized is that a lot of people don't like reading messages on the platform, which is really not helping all of us. It's not helping myself. It's not helping you. Okay, so whatever information customer care puts on the platform should be read. Okay, just read. If you read and you realize that it is not referring to you or it is not communicating to you, then you ignore. It is also communicating to you, then you know what to take, the next step to take. Because it's hard difficult for you to respond to individual messages and be able to still attend to others and do what is supposed to be done. Okay. So now someone said faster delivery service on AFA and data bundles. Okay, so with AFA was um very fast, like could be completed within a day or even some few hours after submission. But we encountered the situation where when Alpha went down and they came back, when they came back, the system started, misbehaving and the delay set in. So we can take like a week before the order gets completed. Okay. So from then it started reducing. So for now, the good news is that for now, I think within a day it's able to go through. Maximum, if a day doesn't go through, the next day is supposed to go through. So it's getting better like that. Then lowered competitive pricing. I've already spoken about it. So we'll look at it and see the individual responses also assist us to know those who actually deserve price reduction and yeah, price reduction. Because like I said, if you're a customer, then you are only buying for yourself. That's fine. But if you're an agent and you have people you are serving, then we'll see how best we can assist to for you to also grow your business. Airtime, mashup. So for the mashup and the airtime, like I said, we'll look at them and see how best those ones can fit in. Okay, good services, improved version than the current one. So yes, the new site is going to be an improved version and it's going to have more features compared to the new site. Okay, agent EVD. So this agent EVD. Okay, this is agent SIM. So with agent SIMs, currently we don't have this services on the side because um, agent SIMs mostly is MTN themselves that give that opportunity for their workers to go around and subscribe people who are interested in doing more business. Okay, but if you want to find a backdoor, we really don't encourage or we don't support or help in that regard because sometimes your money can be spent and at the end of the day you won't get it and it becomes something. Okay. If we say, oh, bring your money so that we know somebody, let the person help you with the scene. And at the end of the day, if the person fail, it means that we have also failed. And at the end of the day, you blame us. So we don't want it. That was something that we cannot handle ourselves to make the services, attractive and something that everybody will be satisfied. We don't want to do ourselves again. Okay, so fast delivery, good profit. Okay, we already touched on that. So the software fund, I think I've spoken about already. Fast delivery, user friendly. Student bundles for university students at discount prices with ID as proof. We currently do not offer these services because these services are only offered by the university. The university usually have their own SIM cards for their students where they send them bundles every month. And so we don't have these services because we are not a university. And so I don't have much to say about this, right? So content delivery, reduce time frame for authorities. I've spoken about that as well. Okay, for you to develop a link for us whereby we can share with customers, okay, I've spoken about that, and that will be included, okay, that will be included in the new site. Very, very important. It's one of the features that we would like to let's pay more attention to make sure that it works out. So also how reliable is DCS current system? And then we had this is a very good response. So we have 1, 2, 3, 5 rating. So this is the highest rating that the system is reliable. Now we want to promise you that the new system that is coming your way is going to be more efficient and reliable compared to the older expenses. Okay, as we grow. And if you're also um, someone looking to join this year, you know, this is a good review for you that we are doing well and we're also trying our best to improve upon our systems. And that's the reason why we requested for this feedback. Okay, so don't hesitate to join us and also grow your business. Now, before I continue, if you're new to this channel, kindly subscribe and also follow as we grow. Now, the channel is going to basically have information about business. We're going to also share our experiences, what we understand about business, how we can grow business, how to build generational wealth, especially as we are going to talk about opportunities we have on this channel. Please subscribe. Let's proceed. So, have you faced any order or payment issues recently? Let me have there's a good percentage, 70.5% saying no. If not face challenge, 29.5% saying yes. So the 29.5% I believe has to do with this time. Sometimes you make the payment, you authorize the payment, but payment on your wallet. So the new side, we're going to have a direct wallet transfer. So you send the money into the wallet, the wallet is it's an option. Okay. But the thing is that with this new system that comes with it, they won't be able to use like one CD or whatever because that is actually something that we have said this that it is a waste of time to load wallet one CD or add some amount and place an order. And when the customer is again, you come and load 5 CD, you come and load 10 CD, you come and load at any point in time you want to place an order. So if you are doing this, number one, that alone slows the time it takes for you to place the order. Okay. So if the order would have been processed within the next 30 minutes or 20 minutes, wallet and placing the order alone takes like 10 to 15 minutes or even to 20 minutes. So already you have spent 10 to 20 minutes trying to place the order for the customer. So the customer is already waiting. As soon as the customer sends the order through WhatsApp, SMS, or even on call, it's already counting from there. And you are still spending like 10 to 20 minutes to struggle yourself and place the order. Okay. So already you spend some minutes. Then while waiting for the system to pick up your order and now process, which is probably somewhere around 20, 30 minutes. That's almost an hour. So you see the reason why sometimes our orders delay. Now, our recommendation to you is that load enough. I say load enough. You know how many orders you can get per day. You are able to estimate, you know, the volume of orders you get per day. So load enough according to that. So if I know that at the end of the day, I spend like 200 series, 300 series, 1000 series on my orders every day, then load enough. So just load ahead. As a businessman, I believe every business just know that oh, you're supposed to have some small capital with you. This business doesn't really require capital, but at least you should have something to at least 100 cities. Load 100 cities. You place your orders. And you have exhausted that 100 cities. You go ahead to load it. Okay. So because if you load, let's say you have estimated and that at the end of the day you are able to sell like 100 cities. So tomorrow I'm loading 100 cities ahead or in advance so that don't don't have to load my wallet every now and then if I want to place an order. So that alone saves some time. Okay, so you load it up ahead. So that once the orders are coming, you submit them straight away. You don't have to go through the stress of reading wallet, places and crediting and all that. But I assure you, this new system, the payment system will bring it, is going to be more efficient and will not delay your time when it comes to wallet loading. But I will still encourage that you load enough. Okay, you load enough, which will help you. Now, the new system is going to present or is going to be in the form where, how should I put it? It's going to be like two forms where we'll have some amount. You are loading that amount, it will be charges free. The system will not charge you. Okay, so at the end of the day, we are bearing the cost because it's kind of like when you load enough, you are also reducing our workload because we will not be doing on and off to help you load wallet and all that. So you are reducing the time you would have would have spent doing all those things. So in order to appreciate that you are doing, if you're loading enough, then you wouldn't have to pay charges. If you're loading small, you have to decide on how much you put as a limit. So that if you're loading small, then you bear the charges yourself. I believe it's a fair deal. Okay, so if you are, what is the issue? So now people are saying that let's complete it. Ready for okay, so I've already spoken arising is just the delivery delay. Okay, and we all know what happens with this issue. It was a general problem, no data accounting. Okay, no data website was set. It's a general problem. And in that case, the best you can do is to reassure them, explain to them this is the situation. Currently, you are unable to serve them, not because you don't have to serve them, but because of system downtimes. Okay, so that you start recommending what is available to them. So that they see how best it will help them solve the situation. Okay, and like I said earlier, some are students who are probably writing online exams, doing online classes, and some are also using it for their own online activities. Okay, and their problem must be solved. They need data. That is their problem. And it must be solved. If you don't have it, then you have to look for an alternative. Okay, to be able to solve the issue. Okay, so this question, let's talk about what is exactly what we're talking about. So, 80% efficient. So, this system, I cannot say that. Uh, I wouldn't want to say 100% because I believe there's nothing that is 100%. So we can say that that system is compared to Facebook, you can trust that point. They really do it. So when you have a complaint, just submit it. When the customer say, I have not received the data, tell the person to check balance and confirm. When we check balance and it is true that the person has not received, submit your complaint and then your complaint will be attended to. You don't have to wait till the time you want, then you submit. That one, if you submit, you know, at all time, imagine there was an issue like that where customer faced this issue where an agent reported a complaint of like a week ago. Customer bought data. The fun aspect of it was that it was 2 GB. Can you imagine? Customer bought data 2 GB, and it took a whole week for you to come and lodge that complaint. So what exactly was the customer using for the whole week? Was the customer not using data? So the person bought data 2 GB and didn't say anything, and therefore a whole week time, the person is coming back to report that complaint that the data was not received. How exactly do you want us to assist in this regard? Because clearly we have lost information for the week you are talking about. And even if information is available, it's going to be so bulky. And tracking the search orders, you can imagine the time it will take for you to track such order. Okay. So at the end of the day, You waste your time, also waste our time. You see, so these are the more reasons why we encourage that. Once, if you are doing direct contact, if let's say direct contact means that the customer call you directly that place the order for you, but the order was placed to you through someone else, encourage them to also confirm. If you're a partner here that you have agents, you are serving them, encourage them to also encourage their customer to always confirm that if they don't receive, they should report early as possible. The reason we are saying you should report is that we are interested in solving the problem. You get it? We are interested in solving the problem. That is why we are saying report it as early as possible. You get it? So if you delay for like the scenario I gave, the person who came back in 1 week time reporting a complaint, if that complaint is ignored, then the person will say, oh, customer care didn't do well. But this issue is not a problem. It's not a problem from customer care. Okay. If we want to help, it means that we have to lose. We have to just consider losing that amount and reserve the person. You get it? So, I mean, we are losing like that at the end of the day, which is not a good thing, which will not help the business grow. Right. So let's help ourselves. Okay. How satisfied are you with the DCS customer support when it is issues? So 25.5%. So they are very satisfied. And we are happy about that. That customer can be able to respond to issues promptly and in time and to be able to resolve them. We understand that there are challenges in every system, but as long as your issue is being looked at, um, at least there will be a solution. Right? There will be a solution. Okay, so we have some. Okay, some say 31.8% of you about satisfied. That's also a very good, um, you know, percentage. Then we have 15% also say neutral. They don't know whether they are satisfied or not. I believe you are satisfied. That is why you're confused. So, so it's fine. Okay, I believe you are satisfied because if somebody, you know, makes you angry, at least you wouldn't forget that anger. Okay, but once you are neutral, it means that you are fine. So those who are dissatisfied, okay, now those who are dissatisfied and those who very dissatisfied, we don't have someone like that. But the green column, which is that's three participants, said they are dissatisfied. We understand that in every institution there are challenges. So we just have to bear. Sometimes it is not that customer care is ignoring or complaining. Probably has to do with how you presented it. Now, we give a complaint form that feel every system has a way of, you know, handling its issues. So this current side, the best way we can handle the issue is to fill the form, use the complaint form. The new side, we'll see how best we can also look at how complaint can be resolved, whether you submit the complaint through the site or through WhatsApp, how it can be resolved, right? But for this one, the way of resolving the issue is for you to fill the complaint form. But some people wouldn't want to fill the complaint form. When you tell them to fill the complaint form, they get angry, which shouldn't be the case. At the end of the day, then you can't say the customer care didn't respond to you well, or probably didn't serve you well. But that shouldn't be the case. Customer care is requesting for an important information that will help in resolving your issue. Just provide the information and be free. Simple as that. Then the issue will be left for customer care to handle. But when you are asked to provide that information, you get angry. At the end of the day, it won't help us. Okay, it won't help us because sometimes we have realized that some agents, when you ask them to fill the complaint form, by the time they are inputting the details, they realize that the order was not even placed at the first place. They didn't even place the order on the site. Probably the customer called them that I want data, and then his mind is that he has placed the order, but probably he had forgotten and had not placed the order on the site. But the next day he will come and say, customer requested for data, I did it, the person has not received. So you tell the person to fill the complaint form. You input the number. When it gets to the time and date, you cannot find it on the dashboard. That he now remember the computer, the offer was not actually being ordered. He didn't order for the data. You get it. Yeah. So how satisfied are you with your current prices, commission, or profit? Then we have 25% saying they are satisfied. 47.7 they are fairly satisfied. And they're not satisfied 27.3%. And like I said, I believe they are customers. Okay, I believe they are customers. But if We have some agents who say they are not satisfied. We look at your role and how best you are working with us, and the volume of orders you bring to the site will determine the role you have or the kind of office you have. Look at it, okay. We'll look at the individual responses and see how best we can work things out. Right. What kind of motivation would help you to sell more? Then, okay, so the higher percentage here is 68.2%, which is faster delivery. So with the faster delivery, we do our best to ensure that orders are being delivered, faster or almost instant. Okay. But in situations of network challenges where it becomes a general problem, it means that we really don't have much to do. Okay, it is not solely on us. We can't even help ourselves. You get it. So, but when the networks are good, the systems are good. In fact, we do all our possible best to deliver orders, like I said, almost instant. Okay, so let's proceed. Having a link to that one, I've already mentioned that we'll add it. Okay, we'll add it here. Have you referred orders to the DCS website? What are you waiting for? If you have not referred someone, what exactly are you waiting for? If not somebody who's also selling data, just recommend to the person, Charlie, I have a reliable source that I'm buying my data. Even if you have to take something from the person, that's fine. We don't, um, we don't refuse that, or probably we don't have problem with that. Okay. Yeah. So if you say, oh, I'm taking this percentage from this person while recommending the person to the site. Now, on the new side, I will assure you that we're going to have bonuses for the people that when you're referring, the thing is something like the referral code. Just copy your code for the person. So the person sign up with your referral code and then you earn a commission. To be a very good commission, right? Be a very good commission for referral. Right? So if you also want to still charge the person, but we encourage that don't charge the person too much. That it will take so many months for the person to even earn a commission to that amount you are charging. Okay, you don't charge them too much. There's something, a token, there's something that will also be fine with you, and then you encourage the person to sign up. And you can start using this. So you can start using the site, right? So we would like to add an e-commerce store or shop to the new site. Would this be beneficial to you? Let me have if you have questions. Point one, saying yes. I need more info about the e-commerce. So you can see persons or respondents who said they need more information to edify it. Okay. With the e-commerce is just like the online um shops that we have in Ghana here, the online platform that we buy our fashion, electronics, home appliances. Okay, in Ghana here. So example is like Kiku, Jumia, Gigi app, and all that. Okay, and then now we have Oraimo and Co. So this online platform that we do other things from them. This is exactly how the e-commerce is going to look like. Okay. So on the site, we're going to have this system. Now, let me just brief you that we also import goods from China and other countries, right? That is a business we've been doing for years now. So and it's well structured. So we have things in Ghana here that we like to upload them or update them on the system. So once we update them on the system, what happens is that as an agent, you will have a reduced price at your end. Okay, so what we only need to do is to just download a picture of the product, post on your status, or share with the groups you are, indicate the price with your commission. So if the price of the product is like 500 series, let's take a mobile phone for instance. If there's a mobile phone on the side and the price is 500 series, and you want to sell, you can also add your commission. So you will look at the price in the market. This same thing, if the price in the market is around 700 series, so you add 200 series or probably 100 series, so you can sell fast. You add 100 series to the 500 series, that's 600. Sell it to the customer at 600. Once the customer pay, you use the money and pay on the site. Then the item will be delivered straight to the customer, right? So on the side, we are going to have uh, a how should I put it? There's going to be a way for you to input your customer details, so or delivery details. So if you are, for instance, you are in Accra and the customer is in Bolga and you want to share an item to the person in Bolga, you don't have to receive the package in Accra and then deliver to Bolga. No, you just do the arrangement, deliver straight to wherever your customer is. So we only need the information, to deliver the item, which is going to be the contact, the person's name, and the location, right? Then we'll deliver the item straight to the customer while you sit in the comfort of your room, right? Doing your business. So with the e-commerce, just like a drop shipping, okay, drop shipping business. So even in your room, you can just go on site, download the picture, post on status. When somebody say, I like this item, you sell to the person, take your money, and then you place the order that the item will be delivered to the customer straight while you are still in your room. Isn't that a good service? Isn't that something commended? Yeah, thank you. I know by now you are happy that we are adding this service. Thank you. Okay, so do you have any suggestions or questions that you would like us to also look at? So someone said you always request before you work on it is something 30 or mistakes on a part. So you see, this is exactly what I was talking about. So the person said the form you always request before you work on it is sometimes hurting. So if, like I said, every system and how it handle issues on the system. So if the system requires that you should fill a complaint form, I don't think that should be a big deal. It shouldn't be something that you say you are angry because customer care is asking you to fill a form so he can assist you. You have a problem, and then customer care requires some information from you to be able to sort out your issue. So filling the form shouldn't be something that you know that you get angry when it comes to requesting you to fill a form, right? I don't think that should be something that we should be angry with, okay? Because it's something that at the end of the day is going to help resolve the issue and the customer will be satisfied, okay? Because if you say my customer has not received, if every agent then customer can say my customer has not received, which order specifically are you referring to? Because people can place orders like 10 times, 20 times a day. So if you have like 20 orders a day, and you say my customer has not received, which orders are you referring to? How are we going to know? Until you provide the person's number. And now the reason providing the time and all that is for us to be able to pack the order. Simple as that. Okay. So that we know that if the order was placed at 10 a.m., we would go straight to the history we have at 10 a.m. orders. Instead of having to go through bulk information or bulk orders to identify your issue and resolve it. Once you give us the time and the date, it's able to just tell us so we can be able to what? Work on your order as fast as possible. And that's the reason we request for the complaint form, not to punish someone or delay your time. Okay, thank you. I humbly suggest that delivery should be approved. Yeah, so I've already spoken about that. Okay, second, incorporate personal link, so that will also be done as well. Okay, organize seminars, agents will pour our issues and some challenges that we face in the business. So for the seminars, we used to have, like I said, when we started earlier with some a simple side we're using, we used to have seminars, but people will not join. Okay, look at this response alone, the feedback response form that we kept on the page for like 2, 3 days. 44, like I said, the agent's number is really not small, but only 44 were able to respond. Okay, so the 44 that were able to respond, it means that if it was like a Zoom meeting or Google Meet, means the 44 that even responded are those who devoted their time probably out of their own free time that they fill the form. So if it was like a Zoom meeting that we are supposed to meet at the same time, you are likely to even get less than the 44, right? To join. That's the challenge we're having. And that's the reason why we don't organize seminars again because you organize the seminar, explain your certain things, and then at the end of the day, the next morning, you start getting those complaints, those messages from other agents who have received during the seminar. You get the point. So that is why we encourage that the platform make good use of the platform, the update page. But we'll look at it if we can still, or if we can start it again. Okay, we can start it again in a while so that we can have discussions and look at the situations or issues arising and see how best we can put this together. Okay, so let me try. So delivery issues. We need to work on the first wallet part. So I've already spoken about it. Okay, so continue. With the issue, I understand. I've seen your name. So the new side, you're going to now be able to access your account and all features are going to be on the account. So not for that. I will see you in the next system. I'm welcome back. Okay, so I think the video before this one, this is where we got to, right? So, and I think we move on done. So, the last message is that we have to, so I just see all that. Okay, so let me just start from here. I would like to suggest that that's my personal question. We even face every now and then we make losses, especially with the agent. So you realize that sometimes some customers receive double, right? And there's few agents that will show up and say, "Oh, my customer received double twice," but some will not even show up at all. So whenever you hear that your customer has received double data, just know that the company is losing like that. So the best you can do to help the company is to also report to us. And if the customer has refunded the money to you, you also refund to the company so that you can also help us grow. But whenever you realize that customer has received double and you don't show up, you receive the money from the customer but you don't pay back the company, it means that at the end of the day, you are trying to, you're not helping us in a way. Okay, so these are the challenges why it's very difficult to do promotions and MTN because every now and then we face a lot of issues and we need money to what sort out those issues. And even sometimes the site maintenance alone comes with a lot of cost. Okay, every month there are bills on the site. That alone comes with a lot of cost. So you see, so there's a lot of um, production cost involved in this whole business. So you realize that you're not really making much from it. But the best we can do for us to also sustain our business, for you to also sustain your side and be able to serve the customer well, is what we are trying to do. But for the promotions, we'll look at it and see from time to time if we can do that, especially reward those who are doing very well. And like I said, the new side is going to have, some attractive commissions and all that. So, especially those who are doing well with the referrals and all that to get bonuses to boost sales and all that. Okay, so that is it. But with Telecel, I think with Telecel and Tigo, we will start doing more frequent promotions on those ones. But Telecel, we don't Telecel. We easily we also lose in Telecel, but not compared to MTN. Because Telecel, we hardly get double crediting. Telecel, we don't really face such issues compared to MTN. So that is it. Right, so I wish to get a site on my own. Also, delivery should be fast. So the link, like I said, there's going to be a store on the site where everybody, if you want to have the link, always share with your customers when you're not available. And that one too will be available on the site. So you just sign up for the store on the site. You are able to share the link with your customers. Your customers can place orders while you're away. Okay. And then personalized links, or the same thing we're talking about. Okay. So this will make it easier to get. So you understand. That's why we are introducing the new site with new features. Okay. So if you're also new watching this video and you also want to join us, we have a whole lot to offer on the new site. So and we'll be glad to have you on our site and also, do business with you. Okay. There's a lot to enjoy on the new site. So please, so for the fast delivery, I've already spoken about it. For the In the past videos, I've spoken about the fast delivery, why certain times we face delayers. The first I want to sell, but due to delayed delivery, the person stopped. But these days, you have to get God bless you. Thank you. God bless you as well. We're grateful. The praise. Thank you so much. But the person who has stopped selling, just encourage the person, explain to the person that the situation sometimes is beyond our control. And just like we have challenges when it comes to mobile money, the same thing applies to these issues. If you are using mobile money and once in a while you get issues on the mobile money network, will you say you will not use mobile money again? No. At the end of the day, you still go back to the use of mobile money. And with data, people continue to use data every day. So even if you don't sell, somebody will sell. And at the end of the day, that person will make money. And then you have decided to ignore the business. Okay. But if if at the end of the day the business is able to get something small for you, but even if it's just something small that you can buy food, you can pay your bills and all that, that's fine. You're good to go. It's just a side hustle, okay? It's a side hustle. And it's far better than just sitting on your, relying on your monthly salary when sometimes the monthly salary will come and you'll not be able to sort out all your issues. If you have hustles like this and you're able to, initiate and improve upon them, and more customers that you can sell your data to them. Imagine sharing your store link to them and then relax at the comfort of your home or at your workplace. You are doing your work and your customers are placing orders through your link. And the orders are being delivered to them. At the end of the day, you see your commission is there. You will do your commission and do what you want to do with it. Okay. All right. So basically that is it all that we have looked at. Okay. So like I said, if you are a new person watching this video, you would like to join us, follow us, just click on the link in the description. Our contact details are going to be there. Okay, so you can just click on the WhatsApp link and you'll be able to meet us on WhatsApp. Okay, or you give me a call. We can assist you. The site link is important to everything that we can and if you find it difficult reaching us, you just click on the site link and it will take you to the site.